Hello and welcome to Little Home in the Universe. I am Stephen Reese. Today we will be preparing a Turkey Ballotine. A galantine and ballotine sound the same. One is served hot, the one with the B. One is served cold, the one with the G. The technique for breaking down the bird is similar though. We will start on the back side of the bird, remove the wings, and then carve into it from back to front, preserving the skin and then allowing us to remove the meat from the interior, again leaving an entire skin piece. We will then create forcemeat out of the legs, toss this with some brandy and prunes, and a little bit of bacon and some secret spice blend. This will then get stuffed back into the breasts that have been pounded out. I do this motion even though there's nothing down here. The chicken breasts and then the skin, it will all get wrapped up nice and tight and then poached for 5 hours. Yeah, and then it'll get chilled for a whole day. Oh, also the forcemeat will need to be chilled for a whole day. This is a magical, magnificent, delicious way of preparing a turkey if you have the time, the patience, and the desire to create it. Everybody who eats it, I assure you, will be very happy with the dish. Let's get started. An important part or step for preparing the ballotine is to remove the wishbone first. So you just cut along the bone and then you remove it by pulling it out. We are then going to flip the bird over and begin to debone it from the back. So we'll cut along its spine, remove its wings, and then prepare it to begin essentially carving from the top down. Oh, hello there. As I was editing this, it occurred to me, breaking down a whole turkey is not the most visually appealing thing for your eyeballs to be watching. So we are just going to go ahead and speed ahead to the part where I've pulled the carcass out. If you want to do this technique, I would highly recommend that you mimic the Jacques Pepin chicken galantine style. I will post a link here. Just keep in mind that the turkey is, probably 10 times bigger than the chicken that Jacques Pepin is doing, so it will take a little bit more maneuvering and kind of finagling to get it done. You can do it though, it's just visually and sounds not the most appealing. So anywho, here we are to the turkey without its center bits. Let's go. And now we will remove both the legs, the breast, and the wing meat, making sure that the skin remains intact while we're doing this. I just sped along a little bit, and here we have the breast completely removed. So we're going to pound the turkey breast in between 2 layers of saran wrap. This will help to keep little bits from flying every which way and you having nightmares about little turkey chunks in your kitchen and in your hair and on your face. We're looking to pound this to about a 1/2 inch thick, and we will do the first one and then the second one, as well as the tenderloin. For my filling, I'm using bacon, heavy amount of celery, chestnuts, prunes, and a very specific spice blend that I might post if you request it. We are going to now prepare the forcemeat. I am not pulling out my grinder, so for part of it, I'm going to liquefy the leg meat with brandy. Another part, I am going to, here with the bacon, create kind of a medium coarse grain or coarse grind, and then yet again for the remainder part of my leg meat I'm going to leave it larger and kind of chunky. We really want to have these 3 separate ranges so that it interacts and holds well and gives you texture. I actually mixed it with my hands there, and now I'm going to get a little spoonful of it, pan fry it, and taste and adjust for my salt. Now that I've adjusted for my salt, all of my seasonings are added to the forcemeat. I let it rest for a whole day, and then I'm going to put my breasts down, sprinkle them with salt, add a fair amount of dried thyme. I like this step because it gives you this immediate punch of dried thyme, and then the forcemeat envelops with all of its flavor, and it's just a very amazing dish, this. So we'll do that, and then we'll start to load it up with the forcemeat. So we're just going to essentially create a log of forcemeat, relatively quickly, and then you'll watch me try to scoop this up, and then we are going to roll and tighten it. Now we will begin the process of shaping the log with the saran wrap. Once we get the original shape set, we are then going to add layer after layer after layer of saran wrap and roll it and tighten it and roll it and tighten it. This is a very important part. We do not want water to be entering into the ballotine while we are poaching it. If it does, it will kind of wash everything out. It will ruin my sous vide machine. So I put probably 6 to 7 layers of saran wrap on this. And then it goes into my bath at 185 degrees for 5 hours. Now it will be removed from its water bath, tempt to make sure that it has come up to a minimum of 165 and then cooled overnight so everything can rebalance. We'll sear the outside of it and then place this in the oven on a low heat to warm it through so that it's nice and hot, and then serve it with beautiful gravy, herby, dark greens, and smooth mashed potatoes. This is an amazing dish. Always like and subscribe these videos and enjoy Thanksgiving.